Hey folks, hey, this is Wesley, $1 billion Virgin. Welcome to another Millionaire Midnight Rant. It's approximately 12:12 here it's now Saturday now. The week has ended, and this is your millionaire mentor, Wesley, $1 billion Virgin here. How you feeling? Go ahead and comment your names here below. I'd love to give all of you a shout out here. I'm excited. And this is the Wesley $1 billion Virgin podcast here. Okay. And remember, we're on all platforms here for free. You can find me on Spotify, iHeartRadio. You can also find me on Apple Podcasts, and where you can listen to the #1 podcast in the world as it relates to manifesting your dreams, understanding your mind, your brain, and being able to take an opportunity and make it profitable. Okay. Hey, Bree, how are you? Who else we got here? Hey, Kevin Sepio, how are you? Peru, Ricardo. Shanika Francis, how are you, young lady? Zig's sister of Melody as well, Tiffany, Slick Vic. How many of you are enjoying these rants? You know, I always like to see feedback in the comments below based off your comments, your likes and shares here. You know, I feel that we're building a community here, you know, as more and more people are tuning in, and I'm grateful. But let me know in the comments below if you want me to continue to do this. And if you're brand new to the rant here, my name is Wesley, $1 billion Virgin. I live in Houston, Texas. And I'm a self-made multi-millionaire. Now, I wasn't always a millionaire. Don't get it twisted here. I used to be a thousandaire. I grew up in the hood on the south side of Houston, Texas here. But through determination, perseverance, and educating myself, not formally, I didn't go to college, okay? I still became a multi-millionaire. And all I want to do is share my philosophy and my ideologies with the world, which is you. Which means this: everybody's not going to be rich. I get that. Okay. It doesn't matter how many videos I make, how many podcasts and audios I create or courses. Everybody's not going to make $1 million, but some will. Right. I truly believe that there's some woman or some man on here tonight that is very serious and very committed to the process of being the first generational millionaire in their family. And I look at me as an advocate for you. Like, I got your back. I'm just a tool in a toolbox where you can utilize to be able to ask me questions. You can pick my brain, and you can do it all for free. Is that cool? Hey, Ms. Reyes, how are you? The GOAT, D Money, it's C. Brian, Success Coach. I see Amir, Rayon, Tiffany T. Welcome, Jack Frost. Okay. Tatiana. I love it. I love it. I appreciate you folks. So, you know, tonight I want to talk. Now, listen. Now, understand something. This is a rant, which means it's very unfiltered. I do my best to be very transparent. And you might not like me during these rants. I want to say that in the beginning. But understand this from the top of my heart. Everything that I disseminate here on this podcast here is intentional, and it's meant from love. And sometimes as people, as we elevate, progress, we need tough love. Right? So tonight's going to be one of those conversations. It's going to be a little bit tough. But I want you to hang in there, okay? And understand it's coming from a good place. Because I know sometimes we only want to hear positivity and good words and encouragement. And that's great. But unfortunately, you know, positive reinforcement doesn't always get the job done. Okay? Okay. Thanks, Tiffany. Yeah, it's nothing but love, honestly. It really is. So I have a question for you, all of you. And I want you to think before you comment below. I want tonight to be a little bit interactive, okay? And I want you to participate, okay? Hey, Brittany, how are you? What's up, Mexican music? What's up, my guy, Vincent? Hey. Okay, listen up. So my question to you, all of you, and this is for everybody that's listening right now. If you're live, great. If you're watching the replay, great as well, okay? Listen, how many of you believe that you're worthy of success and becoming a multimillionaire? Now, think first, okay? How many of you are worthy of the success and the goals that you would like to achieve? Comment below, please. Okay? How many of you feel worthy? How many of you believe that you're worthy of being successful? Okay. Hey, Johnny Phillips, how are you? How many of you are worthy of being successful, worthy of running a profitable business, worthy of buying your luxurious car, worthy of traveling the world first class, worthy of your children to be in the best top private schools on the planet, worthy of having the love of your life? Comment below and be honest, okay? I see a lot of me's. I see a lot of beyond worthies. I mean, really, how many of you feel that you're worthy of this, okay? Now, I have another question for you. Why? Why do you feel that you're worthy to be rich? Now, the reason why I ask this is because, people always tell me, especially women in relationships. We're not going to talk about relationships, but that's just a great example. Women always say, I'm worthy of a good man. I'm worthy of this. I'm worthy to be treated right. I'm worthy of that. I'm worthy. And I hear people, as well as success. I'm worthy of being in the middle. I'm worthy. I'm worthy to be successful. And my question to you is, why? What makes you worthy of being successful? What makes you worthy to have a great woman? What makes you worthy of having a great, successful man? Okay? Comment below. Tell me. Because it's easy to say that you're worthy, right? Because everybody wants to feel that they're worthy of success and, millions of dollars. But my question to you is why? And I would like you to comment below right now. Tell me why you're worthy. Somebody said, it's my birthright. What does that even mean? What do you mean it's your birthright? Okay. Where is that written? What are you talking about? Somebody says my purpose. So you being worthy is your purpose? Explain that. That makes no sense. And the people that said that's my birthright, I want you to explain, what do you mean it's your birthright? What does that even mean? Okay. Did you read that somewhere? Where did you get the information from? Why are you worthy? Because I want to be very honest here tonight, because, these type of conversations people don't have with rich and wealthy people, because, rich and wealthy people are very afraid to offend you. Most of them, because usually poor and average people are overly emotional people, and you know how it is. So we tend to not want to talk too much and say too much and watch our tongue, because poor and average people are super emotional people. They have no emotional intelligence here. But tonight, I'm going to poke you a little bit. Somebody said, I just am. That makes no sense. You're not just worthy, okay? Because I am a place of the whole that can't be replaced. Without me, the whole world not be. First of all, that makes no sense, Carrie. Okay, that's not even grammatically correct. That doesn't make any sense. Judy says, I'm aligned with my assignment, so therefore I deserve abundance. What is your assignment, and what are you aligned with? Explain that to me, Beauty. So let me help you folks out, because many of you don't even understand why you're worthy. Okay? And let me share something with you. Now, listen, don't kick my butt. Don't get mad at me. But I'm going to tell you my truth. This is my truth. most of you are not worthy to make $1 million. A lot of you women, you're not worthy to have the greatest man on the planet. A lot of you men, you're not worthy to have the greatest woman on the planet. You're not worthy of the luxurious cars. You're not worthy of flying around the world and having all the millions of dollars in your bank account. Now, I know the question is why? Wesley, why are you saying that I'm not worthy? Let me tell you why. For a person to be worthy of something, your worth is based off your actions. Okay? Let me say it again. Your worth is based off your actions and your value, which are the things you do, the things you say, and your contribution to the world. Okay? Listen, it sounds good to say, I'm worthy of that. I'm worthy of a good man. No, you're not. Like some of you women, you're not worthy of a good man, a great man, you know. However you define a great man. A lot of you women, and I just talk about women just for a second here. A lot of you women want a man that's successful, good looking, loyal, right? Make love to you, listen to you, make sure you take care of the bills, take care of you, provide some type of security for you as well, right? A man that spontaneous, makes you laugh, right? And you're saying that you're worthy of that. But my question to you is this: what makes you worthy? Listen, just being who you are doesn't mean that you're worthy. Well, I'm this person, so I'm worthy. No, you're not. See, the problem is, and this is the huge disconnection between people that get what they want and the people that don't. Because see, the people that don't get what they want, they feel that, well, since I'm born, I'm worthy of everything. No, you're not worthy. You're able to become worthy. Okay? Just like the phrase that I always say that we're born with greatness. We are born with it, but you're not destined for it. Okay? Write that down. Like you're born with greatness. That's understood. But you're not destined to be great. And many of you, you're not worthy individuals because of your activities, your behaviors, and your piss poor habits. Men, I want a good one. I'm worthy of having a good woman. Why? Most of you men are broke. Most of you men are average. Most of you men can't even manage your finances. Most of you men can't communicate. You can't even start and run a profitable business. You can't stay at your job for a long time. You get fired here, terminated there. You have no type of emotional intelligence. You can't have a conversation without getting heated. And if it gets too heated, you want to fight. You want to get angry. You want to get mad. You want to get upset. How are you worthy? Like, how are you worthy to be a millionaire when on the weekend you choose to go out and drink and take drugs and hang out with people who are losers? And losers are people who will never win. How are you worthy, excuse me, when you choose to use piss poor language about yourself, such as, I can't do this. This is too hard. Why is it taking so long for this to happen for me? Why me? These people are scamming. These people are taking our money. How are you worthy to make $1 million? Hello? Like, think about it for a second. How are you worthy? Like, how are you worthy if you are unable to be consistent with what you said that you were going to do? How are you worthy when you can't take care of your body and your health? It's your body. But yet you can't discipline yourself not to put certain foods in your body that causes obesity. How are you worthy? How are you worthy of making millions of dollars if you spend more money than you earn? Does that make sense? Listen, you're not worthy. And I know it hurts to hear that because, no one wants to hear that, obviously. It's like no one wants to hear that you're not successful. No one wants to hear that you're average. No one wants to hear that you're mediocre. But guess what? Tonight, we're going to tell the fucking truth. Most of you are not worthy. Not because you don't have the capability nor the ability to become worthy. It's because of your actions, your behavior, your habits, what you do, how you operate, and how you navigate the world. Okay? You can say all day, I'm worthy of success. I'm worthy. I'm worthy. I'm worthy to make millions of dollars. I'm worthy to be successful. I'm worthy to be abundant. I'm worthy. I'm worthy. And my question to you is, and the question you should ask yourself is why? What makes you worthy? What have you done to make you worthy? What have you sacrificed? What have you persevered through? How have you grown? What have you done to show progression in your individual life to make you worthy? What contributions are you making on a daily basis, even though no one's buying your product, even though you're not being validated by others, no one's liking your content? Like, what have you done to wear their title of being worthy? And listen, most of you have not done anything. You hear me? Excuse me. Most of you have not done anything. Okay? What I'm saying is, it's time to put action behind the words. Let me tell you something. There's many people, there's hundreds of millions of people on the planet right now that are talking the big talk. I'm worthy. I'm successful. This is my time. This is my year. I'm telling you, you're going to see. And some of you need just to shut up. Like, you need to shut your mouth. And I'm not just talking to you. I had to talk to myself in my later 20s because I was talking too much. I was talking about all the things I wanted to do and all the things I wanted to believe about myself, but my actions, like, I wasn't even taking the type of risk that was required for me to be the man that I am right now. But I was too busy talking so much. I'm worthy of success. I'm worthy of abundance. I'm worthy of this. I'm worthy of a... No, you're not. You're not worthy. And I know some of you won't agree with me. You know why? Because deep down inside of you, you want to be worthy. And you want to believe that you are. But the problem is you have nothing to validate your worthiness. To saying, oh, it's my birthright. Like, what does that mean? Well, I'm a child of God. What does that mean? That's not enough. Just because it's your birthright or you're the child of God doesn't make you worthy. No. No, not at all. That does not make you worthy. What makes you worthy is what you do, what you say, your progression, your results, your contributions, the risks that you take, the sacrifices that you make. That's what makes a person worthy. Like Michael Jordan, think about Michael Jordan, right? He's a billionaire. He's the first basketball player that's a billionaire on the planet. Now we got LeBron James, billionaires. They're worthy. Why? Why are they worthy? Why are they worthy of the billions of dollars? Because of the contributions that they have made to the world. The sacrifice. The sacrifice, young people. LeBron James, Michael Jordan, the reason why they're billionaires is because of the sacrifice they made when you didn't know them. See, while you was having fun, enjoying your life, YOLO, they were working. They was on the courts. Did that make sense? See, they became worthy. They wasn't just worthy out the womb. Absolutely not. It has to be earned. Okay? What I want you to realize and understand is that the sacrifices that are necessary are necessary. And what you're doing right now, and I get it because you're not seeing the results, well, that's a part of the process. And you have to continue to make those sacrifices, and you have to continue to deal with your emotions, right? Until you reach the goal. So don't tell me how worthy you are of greatness, and you worthy of this, and you worthy of that, and you worthy of that. And you have all these addictions. You can't even stop smoking, can't stop drinking, can't stop having sex, can't stop talking to negative people, can't separate from your family, can't separate from your friends, can't stop going to the clubs, can't stop going to happy hour, can't stop eating the donuts and eating the dessert. How are you worthy? Hello? How are you worthy? That means everybody's worthy, right? Oh, yeah, everybody's worthy, Wes. No, they're not. That's bullshit. That's just something that people say because people don't want to hurt other people's feelings. But me, I don't give a damn because I want to help you. And I can't play with you or patronize you and say, yeah, you know what, you're worthy. You're doing all the dumb shit ever, but you're worthy of it. No, you're not. Because it's tough. It's hard. Don't get it twisted. Making $1 million, that shit ain't easy. Attracting the man of your dreams, it's not easy. Having the woman of your dreams, it's not easy. It's not. It takes work. Where's the work? On you. It's called self-development. You have to become the person to attract the thing or person that you desire. That's how it works. Okay? And some of you are not willing to be pliable. You're not willing to be flexible. You say things such as, well, I'm just like this. Well, they just got to deal with this. Well, I'm always going to be like this, and I'm still going to make $1 million. And you sound ignorant. You sound just silly because it won't happen for you. I'm just telling you, it won't. Not at all. Not with that type of attitude. Some of you will not capitulate who you are as a person because you're so afraid of changing. You're so afraid of becoming another person. And some of you need to become another person. Some of you are so married to that piss poor self. You're overweight. Some of you are unhealthy, financially ruined, bad habits, bad vices, bad addictions. Some of you need to change everything about yourself. Some of you men don't pay child support on time. You don't support the mother of your child. A lot of you men that's in a household, you can't even take care of your wife nor the kids. It's every month it's a struggle with the finances. How are you worthy? You're not. Okay? You're not. But it doesn't mean that you can't become worthy. Okay? You can. See, if you keep telling us, oh, I'm worthy, and you don't do shit, that's just words. That's like telling them, oh, I love you, I love you, I love you. But you don't do anything to make her feel loved. Vice versa. Even from a woman to a man. Telling me, I love you, I love you, I love you, but you're not doing nothing for him to feel love. Okay? I'm successful, but what are you doing to be successful? Listen, I love affirmations. Affirmations are great. I say them. But listen, it's time for you to put the rubber to the road. You can say, I'm successful all day. I'm successful. I'm successful. I'm successful. I'm successful. I'm abundant. I'm abundant. But if you don't do nothing,
It's just words. Some of you are trying to put a square peg in a round hole. That's a lot of you. You're trying to put a square peg in a round hole. Fortunate. Because you're not willing to do what's next. That means changing certain things about yourself. Great, you're changing the words. And I'm proud of you. You started to say that, okay, I'm worthy, I'm successful. Okay, great. But what did you do today? Okay? Like, what did you do today to actually validate the words that you just said or commented in the chat below when you said I was worthy? You said you were worthy, correct? So what did you do today that validates that statement? What have you done the past 5 years to validate that statement? Show me some progress in your individual life, your body, your health, your spirit, your emotions, your relationships, your money. Show me something to justify and validate your worthiness. And many of you, you're not there yet. Okay? Listen, I know this was a tough one tonight because I know a lot of you believe you are worthy, you know. I'm worthy. Some of you still believe. Some, I don't care what you say, Wesley. I'm still worthy. And that's okay. But it said in the Bible, without works, faith is dead. Like, you can imagine what you want. You can see the invisible. But if you don't do nothing, it's just a dream. And ain't nothing wrong. Listen, it's nothing wrong with dreaming. I believe in dreaming. I believe in visualizing your success. But sometimes you got to wake up from a dream. I learned that from P. Diddy. You can dream all you want, and it's good to dream. But sometimes you got to wake the fuck up and get to work. That's what you forgot. Some of you forgot about that. You forgot about the work. Okay? You forgot about the sacrifice. You forgot about the hard decisions that are necessary for you to evolve. Okay? Did that make sense here? Listen, I believe in all of you. And the reason why I believe in you, even though I don't know you, because you're here listening to me, where you could be doing something else, but you made a decision to be here. That's why I have belief in you. Not because I know you personally. Not because I don't know all the mistakes you've made and your past mistakes. I don't know anything about that. All I know is that you're here. Which means is you have potential. And I believe that you recognize you have potential. But sometimes you need a coach. Sometimes you need a mentor. Sometimes you need somebody to kick you in the butt. Some of you are 30 years old, 40 and 50 years old. You still don't get it. Some of you have been following me for years and you still don't get it. You're saying all these words that sound good. All these affirmations and all these declarations out of your mouth, but you're not doing anything towards the achievement of your dream consistently. You know, when people tell me how long it's going to take, listen, it may take 2 years. It may take 5 years. It may take 8 years. It may take 10 years. I'm not sure. And many of you hate that. 5 years. And I think to myself, well, listen, big head, you got to do something anyway. Like, the 5 years are going to pass regardless. They are going to pass. Okay? Right now it's 2022. Before you know it, it's going to be 2027. So you might as well do something of value. You might as well do something that's virtuous. Something that's going to put you and your family in the position you're supposed to be. Does that make sense? It makes no sense to continue to be a degenerate. There's no sense to continue to have all these vices and addictions and play the victim role. Stop it. Well, I just can't be motivated. I just don't know what's wrong. Stop it. Yes, you do. You know what's wrong with you. Stop bullshitting. Well, what's wrong with me? I don't know why I'm not motivated. I don't know why I just can't do it. Stop. You're not a kid. You're not a child. You know why. You know why you can't stop smoking or drinking, because you like it. Because you like how it makes you feel. But you and I know that it is not necessary. Okay? Any questions for me? Listen. Right now, a lot of you are not worthy. Okay? Period. You're just not worthy. Not now. And you're not worthy until your actions and your behaviors and the things that you do validate and match what you say. Okay? Because if you keep saying what you're not, you're just delusional. There's nothing wrong. Listen, it's nothing wrong with speaking what you want. But let me tell you something. You can't tell yourself that you're going to be skinny and fit and great and looking good if you're not going to the gym and eating better. You can't tell me that you're going to have an awesome wife, awesome husband, awesome spouse if you bring nothing to the relationship. You think just bringing you to a relationship is enough? Some people are like this. They say, I'm more than enough for somebody. I can do this, I do this, I do this, I do this, I do this. Well, you got to do more. You know, some women out there, they say, oh, I do everything for men. I do everything. Yeah, you do everything except for what men want. Same thing with men. I did everything for her. I did everything for her. You did everything for her except what she wanted, what she needed from you. Does that make sense? I did everything to be successful. I did everything to be successful. You did everything except what you needed to do to be successful. See, we have an ego problem as human beings because we think we know it all. And we think that the value and the contributions that we're making is enough. And we get pissed off when it's not enough. And guess what? Most of you, you're not giving enough contributions to your relationships nor contributions to the world to make some money. And what I'm telling you, you need to double it. Okay? And you need to have an open mind. And I know you feel like you're doing enough, but you're not doing enough. You hear me? In your relationships and also with your business and with your acquisition of money. You're not doing enough. I'm here to tell you. And I don't care how many listen, I don't give a damn. You may say, no, Wesley, I am. You're not. Because if you were, you'll be getting what you want. If you were, you wouldn't be on this rant listening to me. If you were a man or woman that was achieving what you want, if you were getting what you wanted from the universe, you wouldn't be here. You'd be in your bed sleep like a baby. But obviously, you're not getting what you want, which means is you're not doing enough. And people hate to hear that. You know why? Because people want you to take them as they are. Man, just take me as I want. Just take me as I am. You know, men, they're like, hey, just take me as a poor man. I want to know if she really loved me. You know, you got some silly man out there that says that, man, let me see if she really loved me for who I am. And what the hell does that mean? Who are you? Broke? With nothing? Why would you want a woman to love you with nothing? You know what? Listen, some of you men say, well, I'm going to take her to this place because I want to see if she really like me. I'm going to drive this old car, not the new car, because I want to see if she really like me. You got insecurity issues, young man. What is there to like? Think about it for a second, young man. Okay? I want her to love me for me, not what I have. Listen, man, what you have is, oh God. Listen, man, what you have is a culmination of you. Do you not understand that? Which includes the money, how you dress, how you speak, how you talk, where you live, what you drive. Do you not understand that's a culmination of everything about you? What do you mean when you say, well, I want her to love me and like me for me? For the broke you? For the busted you? And my question is why? Would you tell your daughter to love a man like that? Think about it, men. Would you tell your daughter to date a man like yourself? Same thing with you women, okay? You know, women, I'm sick and tired of you saying, well, I did everything for this man. You know, I hear this all the time with women. Because one thing, and I know we're talking about relationship a little bit. Just let me talk about it a little bit, okay? Listen, you know, women say, oh, I did everything for this man. Everything. You know, I did everything. It wasn't my fault. I did everything. I did everything. She cheated on me. I did everything. I did everything. I did everything. I don't know why I'm single. I don't know why. It's just me. It's just me. It's not me. It's not me. And the one thing I haven't seen women do is just take responsibility. And I don't think women understand taking responsibility in a relationship. I don't think they get it. Listen, because I'm going to teach you here tonight. Women, taking full responsibility means that even though maybe it wasn't your fault, you still realize that you attracted that person, you dealt with that person, and you chose to stay with that person. Which means is now it's up to you to take responsibility on what you did and probably what you didn't do when you saw the red flags. Does that make sense? It's hard for women to do that. Because, see, it's easy for women to say, well, every man's cheats, every man's a dog, every man's like this, all men, all men. It's always all men, all men, all men, all men. And you wonder why we have so many single, lovely, beautiful women on the planet. We have women in their 30s and 40s and 50s, can't find a man, can't attract a man for nothing. Because no man really wants you. You know why? It's not because you're not what a man can want. You just haven't made a decision to be the type of woman a man will want. Okay? So, I'm in my bed. I was talking about worthiness. Listen, I don't buy it. You're not worthy yet. You know what I mean? I'm from the show me state, Texas. You got to show me how worthy you are. You can't tell me that you're a good woman or a good man. Show me. Show me how great you are. I'm a great woman. I'm a great man. I'm a hard worker. Show me. What kind of work are you doing? Because hard work, listen, I'm going to go deeper. Even hard work don't guarantee money. I know men and women that work their ass off and they're broke. Still have no money. So don't try to tell me and brag to me how much you're working. I mean, the entire world works. So what? How hard you work is not going to impress me. What impresses me and other people are results. Okay? Look at this. I got Malene. She says, I'm worth it all. And I do not need to show anybody. Now you hear that, right? I'm worth it all and I don't need to show anybody. I don't need to let anybody know that I'm worthy. And my question to you, sweetheart, is why? Why do you believe that you're worthy? Give me examples. Show me actions, right? What are you doing to justify and validate your worthiness? I hear that all the time. I don't need to show nobody. I ain't got to prove to nobody this. I ain't got to prove nobody. And guess what? You don't. You ain't got to prove nobody to nothing. Listen, at all. But you got to remember something. At the end of the day, it's something that's called reality. And that's called what it really is. And a lot of you men and women, you can talk all the big game. I'm telling you, because I've been dealing with people for a very long time. Because I've been rich in people. I've talked to people. I coach people, mentor people. And there's so many people that talk the big game. Oh, I'm worthy. I'm this. And I ain't got to prove nothing to you. I ain't got them. And that's the same people that cry their ass to sleep every night. They crying in their bed, thinking about their life, thinking about their decisions, and thinking about what they haven't done. They're the main people that's taking all the drugs, the main people that's taking all the alcohol, trying to pacify themselves and try to put a Band-Aid on the problem that they need to deal with. Does that make sense? So me, when people talk big talk, it's okay. Because I don't care about big talk. I'm just going to look at your life, how you're living. Okay? Any questions for me? Talk to me. Talk to me. Questions for me. I told you it's going to be tough tonight. It's going to be tough. And listen, I know we have the proclivity to want to be strong individuals. And guess what? You should be strong, right? Mentally. But sometimes you just got to tell the truth to yourself. And you say, you know what? I'm trying to be this person, but I know that I'm fucking up. Like some of you know it. Like you know it. Like you're trying to be something outside in the world. Like in the world, you're trying to be this person. But behind closed doors, you're a totally different person. You weak, feeble. You can't handle nothing, crying. Got all type of addictions that no one knows about. Hello? Yeah, I know. I know you do. And you're trying to cover it up. You're trying to hide it and disguise it until one day you blow up. Until one day that you combust. And everything that you were trying to hide get exposed to the world. And I'm telling you, you better take care of it right now. Okay? Listen, if you see me by myself, let me tell you what I do by myself. I sing to myself. I crack jokes with myself, by myself. I don't have any addictions. I don't have any vices. I have nothing that have a control over me, period. I'm okay with being by myself alone. I don't need to drink. I don't need to smoke. I don't need to have sex. I don't need to masturbate. I don't need to do none of those things. I don't need to watch TV. I don't need to listen to the radio. I could just be by myself alone, working, hanging out with myself, talking to myself, telling myself what I got to do, congratulating myself all day long, alone, by myself. Many of you can't say the same thing. A lot of you with yourself, by yourself, you can't stand it. You can't stand being alone because it's depressing. I know I hit a nerve. I know I did. Many of you can't even be by yourself. Can't stand it. It hurts. And it hurts because there's so many thoughts, right? So many thoughts that start to go through your mind. Many of you can't even control and manage your own thoughts. Your thoughts become so overwhelming. Now you need something outside of you to start to pacify those thoughts, right? To eliminate them. So you don't have to think about them, suppress them. But they're not going away. You got to deal with them. And dealing with your thoughts is dealing with you. Okay? Listen. I do believe that we're born with greatness because it's a part of me that do believe that we was created by something absolutely miraculous. I choose to call it God. Doesn't mean that God created us. Maybe something else created us, but I know it was something magical, something miraculous, something serendipitous that created us on the earth. And I believe the thing, the person, the image that created us created something that was great, something that was phenomenal. Why? Because look at the world. I mean, look at what man has done. And man, in my opinion, is an extension for God. God created man so man can create what you see in front of you right now. Is that not power? Is that not magical? That's almost impossible to see what man has done. How can you not understand that you were born with greatness inside of you? That you have potential, you have power, so much inside of you. You're omnipotent within you. There's more power in you than there's power in the world. And I expect one day for you to believe that. Okay? But like I said before, it has to be cultivated. God gives us the opportunity to do wrong and to do right, to do evil and to do the right thing, to be good or bad, to destroy or create. But remember, it's the same power. Okay? It's the same exact power. You could take a hammer to build a house that can be beautiful, or you can take a hammer that can kill a man and take a life. It's the same power. But it's up to you to choose what you do with that power. Does that make sense, ladies and gentlemen? Okay? It's up to you to cultivate the worthiness that is inside of you. It's up to you to cultivate it. Okay? You have to take care of it. You have to water it. You have to feed it. You have to believe in it. Does that make sense? Just as I believe in you. If you got value here tonight, come with the word value. If you have any questions for me, comment below. I can tell a lot of you tonight need to do some self-introspection, because I think some of you are realizing that you're not as worthy as you would like to be. I mean, you want to be worthy, but you have done a piss poor job of being consistent and being committed to the achievement of your dreams. You've done a piss poor job of taking risk, of going outside the box, entering your uncomfortable zone, and realizing that uncomfort is going to allow you to grow. That's how you become worthy. You got to go to a place that you've never been to before. You've never been before. You got to go places in your mind you've never been before. You got to do things you've never done before. Does that make sense? That you've never done before. That you're afraid to do, but you have to do it anyway. That's how you become worthy. Okay? If we truly believe that everybody's worthy by default, everybody's worthy, everybody, then why do we have so many failed relationships? If everybody's worthy, why do we have so many people that are broke, poor, average, financially destitute? Get it? You got potential. I mean, it's a lot of kids that want to go to the NBA, right? But a lot of kids, they're not worthy enough to go to the NBA because they're just not good enough. A lot of kids want to go to play soccer. They want to be in NFL. I get it. They want to be an R&B singer. They want to be a rapper, an artist. But they're not worthy enough because they're not good enough. It doesn't mean that they can't be worthy, but now they're not. Make sense? It has to be cultivated. And guess what? Everybody's not going to make it. Even a person that just thought that they would. They won't. Like, every singer is not going to be a Drake, a rapper. Every singer is not going to be a Doja Cat, a Nicki Minaj, a Cardi B. It's not going to happen. I mean, you could believe with all your soul, and just it's not going to happen for everybody. Everybody's not going to be a millionaire. I mean, you have people that they swear to God that is it. They're making, taking sacrifices, doing whatever, and it's still not going to happen for them. I'm just being honest with you. There's many people that's working 10 times harder than you, and they're still not making $1 million. Imagine that, right? Because it's tough. You got kids out there that's trying to make it to the NBA, practicing every day, and they still can't make it to even the G League. Can't even get to the D1. Not good enough. It's crazy, right? It's tough. Okay? I just want everybody to understand the journey that you're on right now. I get it. I know, to think about millions of dollars, you think, oh, I can do it because Wesley can do it, and maybe you can. But it's going to be tough. It's very tough. It is. It is what it is. It takes so much self-resilience. You look at, I don't know if you guys have been following that Andrew Tate young man. Andrew Tate, it's kind of controversial, He's talking about topics based off masculinity and talking to men. He has a lot of men followers because he just talks more on his dark side, his shadow side, right? He just says what's in his mind, but he articulates it very well, okay? And he just was canceled. Twitter banned him, YouTube banned him, TikTok banned him. Like, he was banned from every platform. But you got to give him this. Despite if he's right or wrong, he is still out there with tough skin. He's still finding a way to proceed with his own personal purpose. You got to give him credit for that, because it's not easy. So what you don't realize, folks, it's going to be so many people that's going to be shooting bullets at you. So many people that's going to be throwing rocks at you. Like, some of you have not even took the level of risk yet that you are receiving the bullets and the rocks. Yeah, nobody's shooting at you because no one knows who you are yet, right? But many of you, if you get one little paper ball thrown at you, right? A ball of paper thrown at you, you start crying, whining. Oh my God, I can't believe they said that. Oh my God. Does that make sense? You got to be very resilient, period. It doesn't matter what people say about you. It's not about right or wrong. You got to stand up for something, period. And you got to know within yourself who the person that you are willing to become. And you got to be very serious about it. Many of you, you're not serious about the person that you want to be. You're very casual about it. And you wind up a casualty. Okay? You wind up that person that's older that lived a life full of regrets. You'll be that person that's 80 years old talking about what you didn't do, what you should have done. I know a ton of people like this. Man, I should have done this, Wes. I should have did this. I should have did that. Man, I wish I would have just did this. A lot of you are going to be that guy and that girl, unfortunately. And I know a lot of you I know what you're saying right now. I'm not going to be that person. I'm not going to be that person. I'm not going to be that person. And you think just by saying that, that's enough. I know many people I grew up with. We all said this, right? I'm not going to be like my mama. I'm not going to be like my daddy, poor and broke and not having enough. I'm going to make a change. I'm going to be different. How many teenagers, when you were a teenager, said that? Almost everybody. How many of you actually changed the generational curse in your family? Most of you did not. Most of you are just like your mama, women. Men, some of you men, you're just like your daddy. Exactly. Still financially broke, can't budget your money properly. Some of you fat and overweight just like your mom and your dad. Some of you still eat piss poor, bad health, terrible vocabulary, can't speak well. Does that make sense? And that's unfortunate. But listen, you don't have to be that way. I'm just letting you know. That doesn't have to be your destiny. Okay? Doesn't. That anybody can change the trajectory of their lives at any given time. Any given time. It doesn't matter where you are, where you live. It doesn't matter your age. Anybody can change the trajectory of their lives at any time. It doesn't take money. It doesn't take mentor resources, a guru, a pastor, a teacher, nor a professor. All it takes is you making a decision to do something different. How many of you here tonight are willing to do something different right now? Comment below. How many of you are committed to doing something different right now, starting now? I don't know what time it is, where you live, but how many of you are seriously committed to doing something absolutely different in your life so you'll be able to see the results that you want? Comment below, please. I love it. At this time, any questions for me, please? Okay. Any questions for me? Comment below here. I'm looking at the comments right now. You can ask me whatever question you have. I know many of you would like to pick the brain of a millionaire. This is your opportunity. Don't miss out. Use me. I'm here to be used. And I'm here to provide service. Come on, Stas Max. What are your questions, folks? Talk to me. And think deep about it. Talk to me. What are you struggling with? I'm here to help. Hey, Wes. Is that a food drive you do in Houston? No, it's not a food drive. It's just something that I do with my own organization to feed people under the bridge of Houston, Texas. How do you split your income? 70-30, my man. 30% of my money pays the bills. 70% it pays the lifestyle. What is the value of patience? Very valuable. Realize patience is understanding that you don't need what you want right now. Does that make sense? Patience is deeply understanding that you don't need what you want right now. Okay? You don't need $1 million right now. You don't need the woman of your dreams right now, the man of your dreams right now. You don't need a fancy car right now. Okay? You want it. It's not a necessity. Once you realize that, it makes it easier for you to reach the result that you want. Okay? And I'm willing to go live as well. If you want to go live with me, let me know. And thank you for sharing this out to more people. We have more people in here tonight, and I love it. And I love you for that. But let's get busy here. Let's talk. Let's chat. Let's open up a little bit. Don't be that guy, girl, that's afraid to open up. This is the one of a lifetime opportunity to have a conversation with me. Don't blow it. Okay? Use it. What are your biggest lessons in your travels? Oh, so I've been to over 35 countries, and I think one of the biggest, largest lessons that I've learned is this, that the world is gorgeous. Okay? We live in a beautiful world. And some of you have been where you are for a very long time. But the world is beautiful, man. It's gorgeous. You have no clue. It's gorgeous. What's next? Any kids living at home? No. I have one in college, and the other two lives with the mother. Please, how can my brand go viral? Well, it depends on what you're doing. You know, I wouldn't focus on going viral. Focus on providing value, which means just focus on creating content. And by creating content, eventually you will go viral. Okay? What's next here? Talk to me. What's next? Is it true all millionaires work while everyone is sleeping between the hours of 3 a.m. and 4 a.m.? I'm not sure all millionaires are like this, but
I know I like working in the midnight hour because it's quiet, it's peaceful, and there's no disruptions, no emails, no phone calls. And I get some of my most valuable thoughts in the midnight hour for me. What motivates you, Wes? Yeah, I answered that the other day on my timeline on Instagram, and I'm gonna tell you what motivates me, whether you believe me or not. But this is what motivates me, honestly. I just don't want to be average, honestly. I don't want to be like other people. Okay, I don't want to be like the masses. Like I don't want to be able to go where I want to go. I don't want to be able not to be able to purchase what I want to purchase. I don't want to wait on anything. I don't wait in lines. I don't wait for sales. I don't do discounts. Whatever I want, I just get. I don't look at price tags. If I want it, don't really care about the price. So I don't want to be average. I don't want to be like the masses, honestly. And listen, I know the masses must exist, and that's cool. Like you're going to have people that's going to have an 8 to 5 job for the rest of their life, and that's cool, but not I. I can't do that. So that what motivates me. And honestly, it's so ingrained in me now. I don't need motivation to do what I do. It's just my life, honestly. But honestly, in the beginning, when I first started this journey, I just didn't want to be average. There's too many average people on the planet here. You know, an average person works for a person that tells them what to do every single day, and yet they don't like it. An average person stays at a job that they hate, can't stand, and gets sick in the process, and they feel that they can't leave. An average person is a person that plays the victim role, feel that life is against them. Everybody's against them. The government is against them. White people is against them. You know, that's average folks, right? Average people can't communicate effectively. Average people are unable to express their ideas. Average people, and they drive the average cars. You know what I mean? I'm not going to name the cars because you probably drive one of those average cars. Average people stay in average homes, average apartments, just average everything. I don't know, just average. Like average people fly coach in economy class. To me, and that's cool. That's what you want to do. I don't. Average people stay in 1-2-star hotels. Average people always take the same trips to Mexico. We going to Mexico. We going to Mexico. Because that's all you can afford, obviously. Can't afford anything else. That's where you keep going to Mexico because it's cheap, right? That's average to me. I'm going to Jamaica. Just average. It's just average, man. It is. Average friends, right? They go to average restaurants. Average everything, man. So I didn't want to be average. And to be honest with you, I'm not trying to be an asshole here, but I did not want to be like those people at all, period. Not for me. No siree. Okay? Which brand is the best car? I don't know. I don't know what the best car, because I don't know how you define the word best. What's next? Hey, Janetta, how are you? Philip. You're welcome, Trade Michael. How did you become a millionaire? I'm a digital marketer. I sell products online, digital format. How would you handle having fun in your 20s and working? Oh, I wouldn't have fun. If I was in my 20s knowing what I know now, I wouldn't have any fun. Screw fun. Fun is for losers. I'm going to be honest with you. If you're in your 20s, if you're having fun in your 20s, you're a loser. Unless you're having fun and actually like what you do, that's different. But if you're out there having fun, it depends on what your definition of fun is. And usually people's definition of fun are things that they shouldn't be doing. But they do it because it brings them pleasure. But listen, if you're in your 20s, remember something about fun. Fun is for losers. And when I use the word losers, losers don't win. Losers see other people winning and wish they were winning. Does that make sense? So make a choice. Decide what you want to be. You want to be a loser and have fun, or you want to be a winner and create the fun for the losers, right? So, no, it's no fun in your 20s, period, at all. Don't even think about it. No fun. It's just work. It's just work in the development of you, development of self, okay? What, Wesley? First time in your life. Well, welcome, Jerome. I'm glad you can be here. What mindset do you need to achieve a millionaire? You need a Wesley billion-dollar virgin mindset, which means is you should listen to these podcasts every day. They're available. Go to Google, search Wesley billion-dollar virgin. The podcast is there. Hundreds of audios just like this that you can listen to condition your mind for what you want. And I'm being honest with you, okay? The first step of being a millionaire is realizing why you want to be a millionaire and what does being a millionaire means to you. Until you answer those questions, you'll probably never earn $1 million. And you'll probably never have $1 million in the bank, okay? What's next? Any recommendations on books to learn rich people body language? Rich people body language? Oh, well, there's many books about body language. You mean confident people? It's a book that was written by this FBI agent called Body Language. Get it? Just search it in Google, type in body language book, and you'll see it in Google. How do you deal with criticism? I don't. I mean, listen, I love people to criticize me. This is how I think about criticism. If no one's talking about me, that means I'm invaluable, honestly, right? Like, one thing I love about me is I don't want people to have any type of apathy for me, which means is like you're either going to love me or you're going to fucking hate me, period. Does that make sense? Period. You're either going to love you some Wesley Virgin or you going to hate my fucking guts. That makes sense? But you're not going to be like, well, he all right. Yeah, well, you know, nah. It's either going to be left or to the right when it comes to me. So I don't care about criticism. It's cool. Bring it, you know. That means that I'm developing, I'm becoming more credible, more famous, more significant on the planet, right? Period. So bring the criticism. Come on, criticism. Let's go. Listen, when you know who you are as a man or a woman, when you know who you are and the person that you're becoming, critics, you laugh at them. Because the biggest critics are broke. The biggest critics, it's more about them than you. If they're spending time talking about you, that means there's something about you that you said or that you did that caused them to spend time thinking about you. That's a good thing, by the way. Okay? Because people are not going to waste their time talking about somebody that don't matter. And even when people say you don't matter, but they're talking about you, they mean that you do matter. Does that make sense? So I invite the critics. Bring them. Okay? YouTuber and digital marketer, which one is the best for a beginner? Digital marketer. What is the name of the book, of the body language book? It's called Body Language. Strong back and shoulders. Yeah, that's me, for sure. Absolutely. I'm not sure if you're talking about me, but I definitely have a strong back and I definitely have nice broad shoulders here. What's next? You got to love your haters, man. Make love to them. Kiss them. Hug them. How do I break it to my parents that I'm dropping out of university? Easy. I'm going to do a simulation for you. Ring, ring, ring. Hello. Hey, Mom. Hey, baby, what you doing? I'm doing great, Mom. Hey, Mom, I got something I got to share with you. Are you sitting down? Yeah, baby, what is it? Well, Mom, I want you to know something. I love you, and I want to thank you for everything you've done for me, your support, me being at this university, getting my education, and I love you for that. However, I'm going to make a decision as a grown man, as an adult, to drop out. I'm planning my exodus from the university, and I'm going to be pursuing my dream. What? What do you... Mom, listen, Mom. Can you listen to me, please? If you don't mind, please. Boy, what do you do? What are you talking about? You need your education. Mom, I understand. But it's my choice, is it not? And I would rather not waste your money
in a university I know that I don't need to be a part of. Okay? What I'm asking from you is this. Continue to believe in me and support me just as you did while I was in this university. Mom, you made me. You're the reason why I'm here. What you know what's in me, and I appreciate what you've put in me. But Mom, let me live it and still support me. Still believe in me because I want it. And I want you to believe that I can do it. That's it. And you pause. And your mom is either going to say, okay, baby. Okay. Or she's going to like, what are you doing? This is not smart. You need your education. You need a backup plan. And you say, Mom, I'm sorry you feel that way, but the decision has already been made. I'm done. But I love you. And I hope one day you'll see it my way. That's it. Wes, did you question life in your 20s? Like, did you see life differently from your current situations? Like, question life? Like, what type of question are you referring to? Like, in my 20s, when I hit 21, like I told you, I wanted to be rich. 21, when I got terminated, that's the first glimpse of, oh, I need to make money, right? This job is not going to work for me. Okay. What's next here? Can you give answer, please, Wesley? YouTube or digital marketer? Yeah, I said digital marketer. Neri. You guys need to listen. Did you get the Tesla? If not, when? Not yet. Maybe soon. But I did order the truck. But I think the truck's going to be here next year, right? For like, what, 30,000, 30 grand? How do I break it to my parents? Okay, I already explained that. All right, what's next? You're welcome, Forex. Good luck, my brother. You got this. What job were you working at before becoming a millionaire? So, okay, so let me tell you guys that. That's a good question, young lady. Light skin. Light skin 2125. I was a computer engineer for about 10 years. I've always been in the computer industry. My dad bought me a computer at the age of 8, and I was obsessed. And even though I didn't have a degree, but I did get many computer engineering jobs because I just knew how to do things. I just had that. I mean, I just knew how to do simple things. To me, it was simple, but to others, it was very difficult because they just didn't know how to do it. But I've been working in the computer industry or just working on computers from a very young age. So that's what I was doing. I was a Citrix engineer, which is server-based computing. So I'm a technical person, very technical. I can build computers. I can program computers. And Citrix engineering, to make it simple for you, think about company A that has about 1,000 computers, and say if you need to install software on every computer. So instead of going to every computer like we used to do decades ago and install software, now with Citrix, you can basically have what is called a server, and that server has the software, and on every computer has what is called a client. And when you click that client, the software is automatically streamed from the server. Does that make sense? So the actual software doesn't live on the computer. It lives on the server. So say if I want to, install Microsoft Word, I install it on the server, I configure it on the server, then I go to my desktop and I open up a web browser on Citrix and I will see Microsoft Word. I click it and it's seamless. It's almost like it's on my computer, even though it's not. It's a virtual session. So I did that. I configured that for many companies like Marathon, Exxon, Schlumberger, Texas Children's Hospital. I was one of the first pioneers with the Citrix. I was the first one using it and actually implementing it in many different companies. And they paid me a ton of money for it. So yeah, I know what you're thinking. So you was a nerd. Yes, I am a nerd. But I'm a handsome nerd. What made you different that typical people that believe they're what? What made you different than typical people that believe they're winning? I don't understand your question, Don. Can you write it again for me? Thank you. What's next? What makes you happy? You winning, honestly. Like, I want you to win, honestly. That makes me happy. When people have breakthroughs. I've helped a lot of people make 7 figures. I've helped a ton of people make 6 figures. But, yeah, you know, it makes me happy. Just, I don't know, just waking up, honestly. I know it sounds trivial, but, I mean, just waking up in the morning, looking at my body. I like looking at myself, obviously, because I work out a lot. So, you know, it's nothing like working out and seeing your progress. Can I get an amen? Right? I just love it. Like, man, Wes, you're looking good. You're looking good. Right? So that makes me happy, you know, waking up and just being grateful, you know, waking up to this view. I mean, how can I be upset? Right? Every morning waking up when I want to wake up, no alarm clocks as well. So I wake up like a baby, you know, feels good. So many reasons to be excited. When you quit your job, how do you manage to pay your bills before becoming successful? Yeah, that's good. That's a great question. Listen, and I'm sure everybody wants to know that. Like, how do you pay the bills? Yeah, it's tough. You have to be very creative. Let me tell you what I did. And it's a true story. The day that I quit my job at the age of 31, and I was making like $200,000 a year. And I basically I stopped just doing stuff. At my job, and eventually they just let me go, or they canceled the contract. And I just told myself this. It's going to sound very simplistic. You might not believe it, but it's exactly what I did. I said that everything's going to be perfect. Everything's going to be fine. I'm going to have more than enough money to pay my bills as I pursue my dreams. I just said it with all confidence, because at the time I was reading a ton of books. I was listening to a lot of self-development audio for years. So a lot of the information was ingrained in my mind. So my beliefs started to change. So I just truly believed that I'd be fine. And I remember one day I got a phone call. And at this time I was running boot camps. And I got a phone call from a young lady as a lawyer here in Houston, Texas, out of the blue. And she said, I saw your website, and I need you to train me. And I say, ma'am, thank you. I appreciate you. But I don't do any type of personal training, but you can come to the boot camp. She said, oh, no. I'm not going to the boot camp. I need you. I've read your story. I resonate with your story. And I need you to train me. And I said, ma'am, again, I appreciate you, but I don't personal train. Like, I didn't want to personal train people because, honestly, it's just too much work. You know, dealing with people, it's just, oh, God. You know, dealing with people is just tough, honestly. Even now, you know, dealing with individual people trying to train them on shit, you know, it's annoying. I have no patience for that. So I told her again, no, I can't. I'm declined. And she asked me again, Wesley, please, what is your rate? What is your cost? Tell me whatever it is, I'll pay it. And let me tell you something. I'll pull the number out of my ass. I just thought about the largest number I could think about, honestly, because I really didn't want to train. I did not. Even though, I mean, obviously I needed money, but I just didn't want to do anything I didn't want to do, right? Because, I mean, I was an entrepreneur now, and the whole reason for quitting my job is to do what I wanted to do, not what I didn't want to do. So I told her, I said, well, my rate is $500 an hour. She said, done. I'll bring you the money right now. I swear to God. It blew my mind. I was like, what? That woman, that same day, I was staying in 3,000 Sage Apartments down the street in the Galleria. She brought me $8,500 cash. I cannot make this shit up. I swear to God. I cannot make it up. This woman, for an entire year, paid me $10,000 per month to train her, which was 5 days a week. And on top of that, this is really going to blow your mind, but this is a true story. It's going to blow your mind. It's going to blow your mind, but it really happened. She had a problem with eating food or eating unhealthy food, right? So we did a deal. I said, this is what we're going to do. Every time you eat something unhealthy,
you're going to pay me $1,000. Okay? If you eat a fry, $1,000. 2 fries, $2,000. And only you would know if you did it. So I'm going to ask you to be honest. I'm going to ask you to have a level of integrity and tell me what it is. Do you know this woman paid me an extra $100,000 of food, unhealthy food? I swear to God. I know it's hard to believe. I wish I can find this woman so she can tell the story. Because this woman was probably the only person that saw my transition from the old Wesley to the Wesley that was rich. Like, she saw me like every day. And because at that time, I let somebody else run my boot camp, and I was just training her like every day, right? So I was seeing her every day, was talking like every day for like a long time. And this woman saw my entire journey. One day, hopefully I can do an interview with her. I can find her and we can do an interview. But yeah, she paid over $100,000 in food, unhealthy food. Wrote me checks. True story. How would you condition yourself to be comfortable around millionaires? Yeah, you just got to do it, man. You got to realize that you don't need to be inferior to us. Right? We're people. We're just people who are mature in certain professions. You know, we're people who have developed ourselves and our intellect and our cognitive ability. So, no need to be afraid, man. And I get it. I know it's easy to say that, but man, you gotta get a pair, my guy. Right? It's either talk to millionaires or be broke, poor, and average for the rest of your life and work for people. So think about the balance of the pain. The pain of talking to a millionaire and embarrassing yourself, or the pain of being average and mediocre for the rest of your life. And have guys like me take your girl. I mean, it's just the truth. I mean, I'm telling you. So it's up to you to choose which pain are you willing to deal with here. Wes, we can work together if I come to Miami. I'm in Houston, man. I'm not in Miami. Was that the same lady that gave you the globe? Yes, it was her. She did give me the globe, and she was the reason why I made $30 million, because if it wasn't for her, I was going to partner with a person. I told this story before on one of my rants. You can go check Wesley Virgin podcast on Google and listen to the rant. But this was the woman that told me that I didn't need a partner. Right? She said, I didn't need a partner. Wesley, why do you think you need a partner? Because I thought I needed a partner so bad, honestly. And she gave me the confidence not to do it. And I didn't. And I made all the money myself. How do you keep slim? Like, what do you eat in a day? Do you make your own food? No, I have a chef. And, I mean, I work out a lot, obviously. And I just like working out. I mean, and I can never be fat. I can never be unhealthy. To me, that's just... And listen, I'm not talking about people that are overweight, but it is what it is. To me, being overweight is disgusting. Oh my God. Like, my stomach was, after I made this money, like 7 years ago, man, I started to have a lot of fun. And I was still working out, but man, I was just eating whatever. And my stomach started to blow. I wasn't paying attention. I think I was paying attention, but I was just like, it's all right, good, it's good. Until one day my children say, whoa, Dad, whoa, what's going on there? That belly poking out. I'm like, whoa, what? Me? Because I've always had a six-pack, right? So I've been very serious lately on the resurrection of my six-pack / eight-pack. And it's just food, man. That's all what it is. It's not really more ab workouts. I don't think you have to do a ton of ab workouts to get the abs. Because, it depends on your workouts too. But a lot of weight work is a lot of core work as well, like kettlebells and pull-ups and things of that sort. But you got to eat right. So I've been eating, my chef cooks, and I've been eating a lot of chicken breast and complex carbs like vegetables, only no artificial carbs. That's all you got to do, honestly. Just eat protein and complex carb, which are vegetables. Like, just do that for like 2 weeks. You'll drop so much weight. It's insane, right? You will have a craving for carbs. I mean, you will. You will be like, oh my God, I want to eat carbs. Because carbs is what fill you up. And when I say carbs, I mean like refined carbs, like, pastas. Like, it's not real food, obviously, right? Pasta is not food. What is that? I don't know. It's pasta. It's not coming from the ground or a plant of Mother Earth, right? Something that's created. So you have to put that stuff to the side. And it's all about the food. Honestly, it's just the diet, man. It's what you put in your body. And this is how I think about myself. My body's a temple, right? I want to take care of my temple, right? It's important for me to take care of the temple. Wesley Virgin, how I feel is important to me, and how I feel will directly correlate to how I achieve my goals. Black women. What about black women? What do you want to know about them? I love black women. I do. I love black women. Wes, can we work together if I come to Miami? Well, I'm not in Miami, so I'm not sure who you'll work out with. So what you want to know about black women? I think Miss Reyes asked that question here. I mean, I love black women. They're amazing. They're beautiful. That's all I got to say about that. I'm no fool. Oh, yeah. They're amazing. Wesley, I hate the job that I'm doing right now, but I have no other option than to do it. That's lies. You do have an option. See, that happens to a lot of people. And that's people that's in the matrix. They believe that they have no option. You always have an option. Always. You just got to think outside the box. Okay? And I'm not telling you to quit your job. I was just in a place that I just had to do it. You do what you got to do to make ends meet, but remember, you always have an option. Just some options are more difficult than others. Are you tired right now? No. You think it's worth it to not party until you reach your goals? Of course. Don't party at all. Was the lady a black woman who trusts you in your first million? Yeah, believe it or not, it was a black woman. It was a black, beautiful woman, black, beautiful lawyer. It was a black woman. I'm going to say this. I'm going to be honest. It was a black woman that gave me more confidence to get it done. Shout out to that beautiful black woman. It was. I'm going to be honest with you. It was. So what does that mean, folks? I need to marry a black woman now? Hey, Nicole. How are you? Cabrera, how are you as well? Dunk Elite, real cute, bullish. How are you? Any more questions for me? Talk to me. Her name was Kimberlyn. Shout out to Kimberlyn. Kimberlyn, I forgot her last name though. I think she's still on my phone. Maybe I should text her. Any questions for me before I let you go? Just want to make sure everybody has an opportunity to ask a question below before I leave you, my gorgeous people. Gorgeous men and women. Thanks for tagging Oprah. Kimberly. No, I wish she doesn't have Instagram, Aaron. What book are you currently reading right now? I'm reading books from Socrates and Nietzsche. Can I meet with you 101 to start a product? How much money are you going to pay me? I'm not being rude. I'm being honest with you, okay? I'm a very expensive man. It is what it is. what do you suggest to someone that's depressed? Well, Don, if you're depressed, I want you to notice your body language. I truly believe that people do depression instead of are depressed, which means you got to do something to be depressed, right? You have to have a grimace on your face. You got to shrug your shoulders down, head looking at the ground, walk slow and talk like this and that, like blah, 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 blah. Right? So what I suggest you do whenever you feel depressed, don't mimic what depressed people do. Next time you get depressed, put a smile on your face. Just do it. Okay? Just do it. When you get depressed, put a smile on your face. Because it's almost impossible to be depressed with a smile on your face. Just do it. Like, put a smile on your face right now and get depressed with a smile on your face. That's kind of hard, right? Like, what? It's weird, right? It's called a mismatch, right? Which means is the body has to mimic the expressions on how you feel. However you feel, your body must express that. It has to do something. So what you do is you just give it a mismatch. I mean, the next time you're depressed about anything, just smile. Just do it. Smile for 60 seconds. All right, no problem, done. You see how that works? It's weird, right? How many of you tried to do that? Like you tried to smile, put a big smile on your face, and you try to get depressed. Something is impossible. You can't do it, right? Like do this, laugh and get depressed. Like laugh like this. and be depressed while you're laughing. Almost impossible, right? It's like, how do you do that, right? Yeah, exactly. We do depression. We have to actually play it out, okay? What's next here?